What if the person hunting you is not the most dangerous person in the room? What if the real danger is the woman standing in front of you? And what if, just when you think you have finally escaped the nightmare, someone reveals that they have been watching you all along? That is exactly where Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed Season 1 comes to an end. The finale, titled Queens, begins immediately after the shocking cliffhanger from Episode 9. Jennifer has fired a gun. Detective Baxter has been following her. Paula has driven straight into the middle of a private gathering belonging to the powerful Souter Group. And now, somewhere near a golf course, someone has been shot. But who? Paula? Jennifer? Or Detective Baxter? The answer arrives slowly, and it is much worse than expected. The episode begins on a golf course. Cecilia Vanderwalle is calmly playing golf, completely surrounded by the appearance of wealth, power, and control. Then Paula walks toward her. No weapon, no police backup, no escape plan. Just information. Paula has finally connected the dots. For most of the season, Dennis appeared to be the mastermind behind the chaos surrounding her. But Paula has discovered that Dennis was only a middleman. Behind him is something much larger. The Souter Group, a global risk advisory company that presents itself as a respectable organization, helping powerful clients manage threats. But Paula has started to see the darker truth. The company does not simply manage risk. It creates pressure. It gathers secrets. It uses surveillance, blackmail, intimidation, and violence to produce results. And Trevor's victims were connected to that network. Dennis was one of the people doing the dirty work. Cecilia is much closer to the top. So Paula walks directly up to her and tells her she knows. Cecilia immediately denies everything. She acts as though she has never heard of Dennis. But Paula does not need Cecilia to confess. She already knows enough. Paula explains that Dennis was blackmailing people to help powerful clients. She has followed the trail from Trevor to Dennis and finally to the Souter Group. Cecilia insists that her company does not break the law. She says they are simply in the truth business. But Paula has her own definition of truth, and she has found something that can hurt Cecilia personally. Her son Blake was admitted to Yale through a corrupt arrangement. Paula knows that Dennis helped arrange a bribe, and she has evidence. Now Paula makes her demand. Cecilia must make sure Paula is cleared of the murders. She must leave Paula and Hazel alone. And in return, Paula will remain silent. But if Cecilia refuses, Paula exposes everything. This is one of the most important moments of the finale, because Paula is not winning through strength. She is not winning through authority. She is not even winning because the system suddenly decides to protect her. She is winning because she has learned how powerful information can be. For the entire season, Paula has been underestimated. People saw her as a desperate mother, a woman in trouble, someone who could be manipulated. But Cecilia now realizes something. Paula is extremely good at finding secrets, and that makes her dangerous, very dangerous. But while Paula is standing on the golf course, another mystery is unfolding nearby. The gunshot from Episode 9 did not hit Paula. It did not hit Jennifer. The victim is Detective Baxter. He is lying in the woods, wounded, bleeding, and barely alive. Jennifer has escaped, but Baxter survives. And that creates a serious problem for everyone connected to the Souter Group, because now the police have a living witness, and Jennifer has become a loose end. But what happens next changes everything. Detective Baxter survives Jennifer's gunshot, but that creates a dangerous problem for the Souter Group. Baxter can identify Jennifer, and Jennifer knows too much about the organization, so the company decides to eliminate her. Jennifer believes she can still complete her mission and kill Paula, but before she gets the chance, Brian finds her and shoots her. Jennifer is gone, and she is not the only loose end. The finale then reveals that Dennis also survived his earlier shooting, but the Souter Group never intended to save him. They keep him alive until they need someone to blame. Dennis is taken to a rooftop, given a fake suicide note, and pushed to his death. The note claims he murdered Trevor and Skye. The police accept the story. Paula is finally cleared. She rushes to see Hazel, believing the worst is finally over. But then Carl and Mallory reveal that the custody battle is still happening. Paula may have escaped the murder charges, but now she has one final fight left. Her daughter's future is at stake, and no one knows what will happen next. Paula finally faces the custody battle over Hazel. With the murder charges gone, Carl and Mallory attack her personal life instead. They bring up her past, her drinking, Portland, and her relationship with Trevor. But Paula refuses to pretend she is perfect. She admits she was depressed, lonely, and struggling after her divorce. But she also explains that being imperfect does not make her a bad mother. Her emotional testimony changes everything. The judge rules in Paula's favor. Hazel stays in New York. For the first time all season, Paula finally gets what she wants. She celebrates with her friends and even kisses Steve. But the peace does not last. Detective Gonzalez still believes something is wrong. Dennis's death is too convenient. Jennifer is suddenly gone, and the Souter Group is still hiding something. Gonzalez confronts Paula, but Paula refuses to talk.
She chooses Hazel's safety over the truth. Meanwhile, Gary is heartbroken when Rudy reveals he is back with his ex, and Carl returns to Paula looking for help after losing the custody battle. But Paula is no longer willing to carry everyone else. Then just when she thinks the nightmare is finally over, her phone rings. It is an unknown number. Paula ignores it. A message arrives. There is a video attached. She presses play. And suddenly, her darkest secret from Portland comes back to haunt her. But what happens next changes everything.
The video takes Paula back to Portland. The footage shows her arguing with Caleb. He is angry. He accuses Paula of avoiding him. He threatens to start talking. He says he helped her. He wants something from her. Paula loses control. She screams at him. And then she says something terrifying. She tells him she is going to kill him. Paula gets into her car and drives into him. The footage strongly suggests that Paula intentionally hit Caleb. His death may have been officially treated as an accident, but the video creates a much darker picture. Paula was there, Paula was angry, Paula threatened him, and Paula drove directly into him. The question is not simply whether Paula killed Caleb. The real question is, what happened before the camera started recording? What did Caleb know? Why was Paula so desperate to avoid him? And who has been holding this footage? Because the person who sends it to Paula has clearly been watching her. They know her past, they know her secrets, and they know exactly when to strike. The message is simple. They own her now, and they want a favor. Then the phone rings again. This time, Paula answers. The screen cuts to black, and the season ends. But what does this really mean? The obvious answer is Cecilia. Cecilia has the resources to find the footage. She has the connections to access information, and she has already seen Paula's value. Paula is not a traditional criminal. She is not a killer. She is not a professional spy, but she is incredibly good at research. She can uncover hidden connections. She can find secrets. She can investigate people without looking threatening. That may be exactly what Cecilia wants. The Souter Group may not want Paula to become an assassin. They may want her to become an investigator, someone who can find information, someone who can gather secrets, someone who can get close to people who would never trust a criminal organization. And Paula may be especially valuable because she is already close to Detective Gonzalez. Imagine what Cecilia could learn if Paula was forced to remain near the investigation. But there is another possibility. The caller may not be Cecilia. The Portland footage could belong to someone else, someone who has been waiting for the right moment, someone who knows that Paula has just escaped the murder investigation and won the custody battle, someone who understands that Paula is finally vulnerable because she believes she is safe. That is why the final scene is so effective. Paula thinks she has won. She has survived the murder investigation. She has survived the custody battle. She has escaped Jennifer. She has outsmarted Cecilia. But the finale reveals that she has not escaped her past. The past has simply been waiting, and now someone has turned it into a weapon. So in the end, did Paula really win? Technically, yes. She is free. She has Hazel. She is no longer facing murder charges. But freedom is not the same as safety, and Paula is no longer simply trying to survive the consequences of other people's crimes. Now she must deal with her own secret, a secret that could destroy everything. The Season 1 finale leaves us with 3 major questions. Who has the Portland footage? What really happened between Paula and Caleb? And what favor will Paula be forced to do? Because the most frightening possibility is that Cecilia did not save Paula. She simply gave Paula enough freedom to make her useful. And if that is true, then the real story may only be beginning. Maximum Pressure Guaranteed Season 1 ends with Paula answering one mysterious phone call. But that call could change her entire life. Once again, Paula is trapped between 2 choices: protect herself and Hazel, or expose the people who are destroying other lives. And this time, the person holding the evidence may be even more dangerous than the people Paula spent the entire season trying to escape. So what do you think? Was Cecilia behind the final message? Was Paula intentionally responsible for Caleb's death? And do you think the mysterious caller wants to recruit Paula or destroy her? If you enjoyed this full breakdown of Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed Episode 10, make sure to subscribe for more movie and TV ending explanations, mystery breakdowns, and full story recaps. And remember, Paula may have won the battle, but after that final phone call, the war has only just begun.